Okay, hi again, everyone. My name is Kendy, and I'm a teacher here on Verbling from Southern California, although I am currently living and working in Turkey. This class will be a speaking class like usual, so as I say, put down your pens and paper and just get ready to speak. For those of you who are new, I've seen a couple new people in the chat box. If you'd like to join the class, wait until you see the green Join Class button. It's right above the video on the upper right-hand corner. It will take a few moments for it to appear. In the first few minutes, it will be for Verbling Premium users, or those Verbling users with reservations for classes. Don't worry, you should see it in just a moment. When you click this button, you'll be directed into a Google Hangout. From the Google Hangout, we will have this class. It's important that you note to mute or close the window that is verbling.com in the background. There is a second or two delay from the Hangout to streaming in verbling.com. So mute or close the verbling.com window entirely because the echo is pretty disruptive to the class. One last thing to note, when you join the Hangouts, sometimes your microphone is automatically muted by the Hangout. So you can fix this really easily. In the upper right-hand corner of the Google Hangout, you will see little icons of a microphone, a camera, as well as some other settings. If your microphone is on mute, you will see it highlighted in red. Make sure it's not highlighted in red when you join the Hangout. We want to make sure that your audio is working properly along with your microphone so you can hear us and we can hear you. Today we are talking about taboos. So I don't know if you guys know what taboos are, but they are things that they differ between different cultures and maybe even countries and also across time. They can change. They are things that maybe are not allowed or considered too sacred to do in public. And so I will share with you a couple different American taboos. And these can be topics of discussion that are typically prohibited as in not allowed or not accepted, not socially acceptable. These could be topics of conversation. They can be actions. Certain actions can be considered taboo, or certain subjects can be considered taboo. And so different cultures have different taboos, and also the taboos change over time as well. And so we're going to look at some of those and hopefully share some taboos from every one of you guys around the world. So hello again to those who I've seen before. Hi, welcome. And Alina, hi, how are you?
Do you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Okay, great. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Desarrollo, is that your name?
Hi, how are you? My name is Alvaro. Sorry.
Alvaro?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Alvaro. And that's what you go by? There we go. Okay, welcome. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain.
Oh, cool. So many Spaniards today. Where in Spain?
From the very center from Madrid.
Okay, cool. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Evgenia or Evgenia?
Yeah, Eugenia, hi.
Eugenia. Hi,
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Nice to meet you too. I'm from Russia as well as Alina.
Okay.
And
Cool.
I'm glad to to enjoy your class.
Wonderful. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Furkan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Actually, I joined one of your classes, but your connection.
It's okay. Can you introduce yourself and tell the class where you're from?
I'm from Turkey, and my name is Furkan.
Okay. Where in Turkey?
Istanbul.
Okay. Cool. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It's been a long time.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you for being here, Marta. Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Welcome. Can you hear us?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for being here. And hi again, Mina. How are you?
Hey, hey, Miss Kendy, how are you?
Great, great. Can you tell the rest of the class where you're from?
I'm from Egypt.
Thank you. And Mohammed, thanks for being here again. Nice to see you. Can you introduce yourself to the class and tell us where you're from?
I'm Mohammed from Egypt. And,
All right, cool. So before we get into this, thank you and welcome everyone. We're talking about taboos. What is a taboo?
The things that you're not allowed to talk.
To do.
Maybe.
not allowed to do or to talk about.
Yeah, something that maybe you're not allowed to do or say, or maybe it's not in the laws that you're not allowed to do or say these things, but it's just socially not okay. Just not illegal, but it's just not acceptable socially. So does anyone know of any American taboos?
Homosexual.
Maybe it's called Afro-Americans, niggers.
Or American leaders?
No, to Afro-Americans, I mean. It's not polite to call a black guy nigger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, this word is actually so offensive. It's even really not okay to say it, even in a context like this. So I'm just telling you as a teacher, you're right. It's highly offensive, and although it's not illegal, there are actually some movements and some activists in America, and I think elsewhere, that are trying to make this word illegal. This is how much it's just not acceptable. So thank you for your point. I know it's not the same in other countries, and even in other languages, it's not the same. But just so you guys know, in English, it's really a very offensive term, and so I would refrain from saying that word again out loud in a public context. And I'm just telling you that as a teacher. So, but yeah, totally. That's huge. That's a really big one. What else do you guys know? What are some other taboos that you guys know about?
Cannibalism.
Okay, we'll go to Mina and then Furkat. Mina?
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
Yes.
Cannibalism. Okay, what is cannibalism?
You eat human being meat.
Yes, eating other humans.
Flesh.
Yeah, that's another taboo, although it has happened in America. Do you guys know when it has happened?
No.
I know on
the apocalypse.
in Germany.
Okay, maybe in Germany, also in the United States, it's happened in survival situations. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail. This is when people were moving westward from the East Coast to the West Coast, and they were settling down, the pioneers, and finding homes as they were expanding westward. And there was a family that was moving this way, and they were documented. I guess you could say it's a famous story, the Donner family, and they were trapped in the mountains under really harsh conditions. People in their family died, and the other family members ate them to survive. So it wasn't a way of life, but it was more used for survival. Yeah. Yeah,
The
in general,
German version
cannibalism is
is weird.
another dietary taboo is eating animals that people keep or pets.
Or the riding, the things that you ride, like horses and donkeys and stuff.
Like eating donkeys.
Yeah, that's a taboo. You can't eat anything you ride or you heard.
Oh.
That's you.
Yeah, you can't eat donkeys or horses. I don't know if you heard about the big scandal recently about using horse meat.
Yeah, it's because it's
for
cheaper or something. Yeah, but it's totally not true. It's low protein on low fats, I think, but and cholesterol, but no way, you know.
Okay, all right, so we're kind of saying you can eat horses in France, sure. Yeah, in the States, it's taboo to eat horses. Why? So many people love horses. They have them as pets. And pet culture, when you have a pet, your pet is part of your family. Same with dogs and cats and other birds, maybe rabbits too. There are a lot of people that maybe eat rabbit, but in general, I think it's taboo, especially with dogs and cats. It's extremely taboo in American culture. You will not eat it. Although I know that in different countries, people eat dogs and cats. That's a big taboo in the United States. In fact, a lot of Americans, when they have a dog or cat, it's so much a part of the family, you will treat it as a family member. Maybe they have a special bed. There are special shops dedicated to selling dogs, special dog food and dog clothes, and you know, they treat them just like another part of the family. So that's another one. What else?
Death. Talking about death.
Hmm?
Talking about when someone died, we say we don't we say kick the bucket, we say by the way, we use other terms.
Right. It's really uncomfortable, I think, for a lot of Americans to talk directly about death. Instead of saying, yeah, he died or she died, we have different ways. What are some ways you know of to say that someone has died?
We lost him.
Yeah, he passed away.
Lost,
He's in a
passed
better
away.
place.
Yeah, in a better place. Yeah, good. All right, good. You guys seem to know a lot. There's also another one that I find is really interesting, and this one is definitely different around the world, and that is personal space. What do I mean by personal space? Do you guys know how most Americans feel about personal space?
Yeah, sure. Privacy.
Privacy, but also space. If I'm standing with a person, Americans tend to value actual personal space. If you are not friends with this person or family with this person, you will not stand very close to them if you don't have to, or talk to them very closely. Do you know that the American greeting, you know, we say hi, but how do we introduce ourselves when we meet someone for the first time?
Hello, how are you? My name is
Yeah.
Ahmad. Where are
And
you?
do we kiss each other on the cheeks?
No.
Not for the first time.
Maybe a handshake.
No.
Handshake, yeah. And how far away is the handshake? Are you right here? No. You are like a good 2 feet out. You keep that person. You have your arm extended and they have their arm extended. So you got a good 2 to 4 feet between you and the other person. Yeah, so personal space is pretty important. I don't know if it's like taboo to move so close to another person for the first time. Maybe, yeah. And just one more thing that I find is pretty different around the world is being on time. What does being on time mean?
Never
Respect the other times. When you make an arrangement, respect of other times and respect your times.
What was that, Ahmed? I'm sorry?
Be exactly on time. Be exactly on time. Be exactly on meeting.
Right. So,
When you make a
example?
promise on that 5 p.m. I will be in a restaurant, I will be in your office, I will be, so just be what you said.
just in time.
Exactly. It's not uncommon. For example, if work starts at 8 o'clock, it would not be common, I'm sorry, it would not be uncommon to hear your boss say, if you come at 8, if you are on time, you're late. You must be 5 or 10 minutes early. Yeah, respect. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't hear that. So yeah, you have to be, for Americans, being on time is very important for meetings because they don't want you to get there at 8. They want to begin talking and begin the meeting or begin working at 8 o'clock. And this one is so interesting, and as an American I can say that it's pretty difficult to get used to this in other places where, if you're a little late, no problem. I like this when I have to be somewhere, but I think for a lot of Americans that travel, when they say, okay, let's meet at 10, and somebody doesn't, a local person is late, it can be a little frustrating for Americans to kind of get used to this groove, right?
If you come to Egypt, you will get used to it.
Huh?
If you come to Egypt, you will get used to being late.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You get used to this in other countries, and then you go back to America, and then you're late for everything, and everyone's mad at you. So, I don't know. So those are a couple different American taboos. Of course, there are so many more, but I don't know. Now I want to turn it over to you guys, and let's hear from some people I haven't heard from. What are some taboos in your culture, and/or do you have some of the same ones as Americans? Let's go to Anas. Hi, thanks for joining us. Can you hear us? Anas, are you there? Check your microphone. It might be on mute. Hello, Anas? We can't hear you. Okay, check your microphone. We'll come right back to you. Alina, what about you? What are some cultural taboos where you're from?
I don't really know what to say. Maybe you can't just, like Americans, come close to a person, and it's not tradition to speak to a person for time, very, like friends, strangers are strangers. And you can't talk to your family, to a person's family when you meet first time.
So dressing to respect your family, is that what you said?
No, I mean that people can't get close to the other person when they meet first time.
So how do you greet each other when you first meet someone?
Just introduce, maybe some, common questions about weather, about maybe job, some nothing personal.
So do you shake their hands or do you kiss them on the cheeks? Or how do you greet each other?
Different persons do it in different ways. Somebody can even hug you, start to kiss you. Some can even just shake your hand, just stay like that and talking.
Interesting. So you are talking to a lot of people here that may or may not have been to Russia. If we went, we would be new and we would be tourists. What would you say is the safest greeting, the best way to go about it? Let's say we come to visit you and we meet your friends. How should we proceed? Should we go in for the handshake? Should we go in for a hug? Should we go in for some kisses? What would be the most appropriate thing to do?
Maybe handshake is the optimal variant. Some people cannot understand you if you just come and hug person. It's not good.
There is a variation maybe between Russian people about these things, about introducing ourselves or something like that.
Can you repeat what she said?
There is a variation between Russian people about how to introduce ourselves when we go to the Russian.
Oh, a revolution going on. A revolution.
No, not revolution. Not revolution. Alina here from Russian, isn't it?
From Russia, actually.
Oh. Samir. Okay, Samir says when you're walking with your friends, don't hold your friend's hand. Where is this? Where should I not do this?
Commonly in the Middle Eastern culture.
Okay. Okay.
No,
right,
not in
your
the Middle
friend.
East culture. It's not in the Middle East culture. No problem about that. We see it in old street. We saw in the garden. We see on old street that friends hold other friends' hand.
I feel like I've seen a lot of people holding hands. Even two male friends. This might be another. Well, it's changing, but maybe traditionally, two men that are just friends and are heterosexual, you will not find them walking down the street holding hands. But maybe in other places I have seen two heterosexual men that are just friends walking down the street holding hands. So, I don't know. What about,
Yeah.
what are some other, yeah?
It's different from a place to another.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. I think someone has the Verbling video on in the background. We definitely hear an echo. So whoever has it on, I think verbling.com should just put up a disclaimer on the website that says this. But it's okay. Mina says, you guys kiss each other on the cheeks?
Yes.
Kissing on the cheek is normal.
And when you greet women, do you do the same thing?
No, only for closer friends.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And when you greet women, is it the same thing?
Yeah, for women and men. No.
No, no, no. You can't even hug a woman in a public.
It's a taboo.
So how? Oh, there we go. That's a taboo. So how would you greet a woman?
Handshaking.
Not even. Sometimes not even handshake. Just you bow with your head.
Like this. Like
Yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, come on, where are you living? Mina,
Even if
Mina,
you are
Muhammad Saleh, where are you from?
Egypt.
What are you talking about?
Even if this girl you are intimate with or you're in love with, or even if it's your wife, you
Even if
just
your wife?
can't hug
No.
her. You can't hug her in
No.
the street.
You can't hug her in street. Can you hold her hand in the street?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holding hands is normal.
So you can hold her hand in the streets, but you can't embrace like this.
No.
Maybe it's not. No one would do something.
Okay. Let's go to Alvaro. Alvaro. Hi. What are some taboos where you're from?
I think maybe if you have sexual relations with a person from your family. I mean, for example, a cousin or a daughter or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Incest.
Yeah, incest. That's right.
I think that's a pretty popular one worldwide. Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you. You said you were from Spain, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard this, and I lived there for a while, and while I was there, I never heard it, but I heard it recently, and I never knew about it. I heard that stretching in public is taboo. Is this true?
What do you mean for stretching?
Stretching, so I'll type it out, and then stretching, like, for example, stretch, like you stretch, or I don't know, you touch your toes.
Yeah, that's for cats. I mean, cats can stretch, but persons is not usually. No.
I'm sorry, did you say it was taboo or not?
I don't think it's a taboo. I think it's you see it in Spain like bad education.
Oh, rude. It's rude. You could say it's
okay.
Stretching in public is rude, huh? I never knew. Never knew that. People probably thought I was rude a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
What about if people go running or jogging in the park and then they stop somewhere and stretch it out?
No, that's okay. I mean, that's jogging is popular, but it's very common to see foreigners, people from America, people from North Europe, who are jogging in the middle of the city. Normally, Spaniards, when we are in the middle of the cities, like we dress formally. I mean, it's like you don't make sports in the middle of a commercial street.
You don't exercise in the streets, yeah.
You go to parks or something like that. Well, very often the foreigners they come to the very center of the city, and they run just from the house where they live, and that sounds strange. It's not a taboo. It's something that we know that people from Northern Europe do, and we accept it, but we don't usually do it.
All right. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Eugenia, can I hear something? Can I hear from you? What are some taboos? I know Alina has shared some taboos from Russian culture. Do you have any more to share?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I think there is a taboo in Russia not smiling to other people. Yeah.
Right.
People sometimes are very, very closed. And if you want to buy something in a shop, you just came out and talk to seller, and the seller can just look like she don't like you at all. You're disgusting, like that or something. Yeah, it's like a taboo, and it will be really good if people smiling more often.
Oh my god. So if you okay, so who should not smile?
No, I think the people should smile each other more often. Yeah,
so
because
but they don't. They should, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't smile to each other and just look very closed.
So, for example, two people are walking down the street this way, right? And one person's walking this way, one person's walking that way. It would be weird to be like, and you don't know them, they're strangers. This would be strange if you smiled.
In this situation, of course, it will be very weird, but if you just talk to a person, you don't know him, of course, but he's a seller in the shop, maybe it will be really better that he or she smile at you. So sometimes they don't. Very often they don't. They look very, very, I don't know how to say, unpleasant, you know.
Okay, this is really interesting. So, what is associated with smiling? Do you think that the person who's smiling is stupid? Do you think that they look like idiots? Do you think that they, I mean, what is generally thought? Let's say you are walking down, Eugenia. I'm telling you, if we are walking down the street together, I go to Russia, and we're the only two people walking on the street, and I'm walking in one direction and you're walking in another direction. I'm telling you, I will look up. If we make eye contact, I will smile at you because that's just in my culture. So what goes through your head when you see this? What do you think?
Yeah, people in Russia sometimes when they see another person who smiled at them, they think just this person is like, I don't know, with mental disorder or something like that.
No, come on, not all Russian. Not all Russian. Russian are
like
very, very kind.
he's a geek or something like that, I don't know. But I try to smile to other people and yeah. Sometimes I think they think that I'm not, I don't know.
I just want to
do
add
you
something
guys
about
think
smiling.
Americans?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to add something about smiling. In our culture, smiling to other faces is a kind of charity.
Childlike?
Smiling to others' faces is kind of charity.
Charity.
Yeah, that's like a teaching from our prophet.
Yes, it's a teaching. It's in our culture. Smiling to other faces is charity.
Charity, like it's something good. You should smile at other people.
Yes, should smile to other people.
So, Eugenia and Alina, do you guys think that all these smiling people are just like idiots walking around? Like,
No, of course not. Of course not. I try to smile at people. No, I think to people. I really. It's just after talking with someone and smiling at him, I think his emotional condition will be more better than before.
Yes,
better. So then is it generally understood that this is kind of a Russian thing, and that when you see foreigners, you realize, okay, well, it's different in other countries, so they're not idiots. They're just smiling because it's in their culture. But if you saw a local person walking around smiling at people, then you would think maybe there's something wrong with them?
Yeah, sometimes. Some people think, but not every, of course. But some people think. Yeah.
Right. Also, yeah, as we're talking about this, I realize we're all from different places and different cultures, and what we're saying, we're talking about general stereotypes, and I know that we're not talking about Alina and Eugenia and Marta and Kendy and Nina and Ahmed, right? We're just talking about general cultural taboos, right? It might not be true for us or for our friends or everyone in general, but, you know, most people. Okay, Marta, what do you think about this? Thank you, Eugenia. Thank you so much for sharing. Marta, what do you think about this smiling thing? How is it in Colombia? Do you guys smile at strangers?
We smile always, all the time. We are a happy country.
Okay, so what are some taboos in Colombia?
In Colombia, it's taboo to ask for the woman age.
To ask a woman her age?
Yes, for her age.
Okay, yeah, same in the States.
They feel very uncomfortable, and many people didn't ask about that.
Okay, age, is it the same with weight?
Age, how old is she?
And what about weight? Is it taboo to comment on someone's weight?
No, no, it's just for the
Yeah.
age.
So it's totally fine to be like, oh, you've gained some weight. You look rounder now. That's fine. That's normal.
Yes.
Right? This is another really big taboo in American culture. You should never comment on a woman's weight. An American woman. This is something
Maybe in the north.
in the north of Colombia or in North America?
USA, North America.
Yeah, age is taboo and also weight. And this is another thing about different cultures is you can go somewhere and they'd be like, oh, you're so, you're so chubby, you're so gordita, you're so chubby, whatever. And it's kind of cute, but it's not cute to an American woman. It's really offensive. Okay, good, thank you. Who have we not? Okay. Andrew, thanks for joining. Thank you, Marta, that was nice. Andrew, thanks for joining us. Where are you from?
Hello, Kendy. I'm from Russia.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Hi. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'd like to add something about the Muslim countries. In Muslim countries, women are forbidden to go out without wearing veil, yeah? And it's also forbidden to eat pork. That I know for sure.
I have a commentary on the first
thing.
They are allowed to go out wearing anything, but only in several places like KSA, Saudi Arabia. They are not allowed to go out without putting a veil on their heads, or hijab in Arabic. But everywhere in the Muslim countries, a woman is free to go out even without putting anything on her head. Just to point out.
Yeah, what about eating pork?
No, we don't eat pork. Muslims don't
eat. Eating pork is forbidden by Muslims' religion. And also in another religion, eating pork, because there is many diseases that related from this eating pork. And if you do a research on the internet about the pork meat, you will find there are no beneficial effect of eating pork because there is a bone. There is also a pathological view of eating pork.
I don't think like that, but
no. I am a researcher. I was a researcher in my university, and I know all things about medicine because I am a pharmacist also. So I am talking about religion and talking about the science. I combine both of them to introduce something to another's culture. I want to point out this issue.
Religious stuff, yeah.
Yes, not only religious stuff, also there is a scientific view of these things. Try to research all of you about pork and you will see something amazing facts about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, man. Go on.
No, it's okay. I just wrote into the chat box. There's also a distinction that can be made between Arab cultures and Muslim cultures. So not all Muslims speak Arabic, and not all Arabs are Muslims. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. How about, Andrew, can you tell us some other Russian taboos?
To be honest, everything is allowed in Russia. I don't know any Russian taboo, to be honest.
To be naked in the public place, what do you think about it? Is it taboo or not?
Sorry, say again?
To be naked in a public place, is it taboo or not?
I suppose wearing no clothes is forbidden everywhere.
Oh, how interesting. What city do you live?
In Russian media, is it, for example, Is it common to see nudity in the media, like on commercials or in advertisements, as it is? I know in some European countries it's common to see, for example, topless beaches. Women go topless in public spaces at certain beaches. Also, maybe you can see a commercial and you'll see a woman topless, or you'll see some nudity in the media and it's not a big deal. What about Russian media? How is it?
You know, we have age limits in every program, in every TV show that we are shown on TV. So we have such a sign in the corner when the age of the public is shown. Maybe it's plus 12, plus 16, plus 18, and so on. And this way we limit the auditorium of the program, and some programs are shown after some time. Maybe for 18 plus are shown after 11 p.m. So children are not allowed to watch these shows. So and in these shows we can see naked women and naked men and so on.
Is this on like public? Are they on public channels, regular cable, or are these on special networks? Like the United States has HBO or Showtime, or special networks that you pay extra for, and then you can see this, but it will not be on basic cable.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
So television, you'll have your basic channels, channel, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 11.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
basic. Yeah, it's basic,
Okay.
but they don't watch you something terribly, no, terribly naked people, I mean, absolutely naked. They organs, they don't show you. But we have a special additional channel where we can see naked, absolutely naked people, like Playboy or something like that.
And this is just on public, like you don't have to pay extra for this, it's just available, like if you plug in your television, you can see this.
It's available, but they just show you the breast, but nothing else. And yeah, nothing else, nothing below.
Topless.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Thank you. What about David? Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining us. David, can you hear? If you're talking, we can't hear you, so I don't know if your microphone is on mute. Go ahead and check that. All right, we're waiting for you. Just check in the upper right-hand corner, there are different icons. Also, I want you guys to think about, we have a really nice mix of people here from all over the world and from different cultures. Birth suit. Oh, your birthday suit. Yeah, it's called your birthday suit when you are not wearing any clothes, because that's what you were born in on your birthday, right? Okay, nothing. Your birthday suit. Yeah. Like I was saying, we have a really nice mix of people here from all over the world, and also, first of all, I want to thank everyone for being so respectful of everyone's different perspectives and cultures. This is what's really cool about Burbling, is we can all get together and discuss these things. Does anyone have any questions for any other students as far as taboos go, or just cultural norms, as we say?
Yes.
What's
I
normal?
have a question.
Sure.
I have a question. Do you guys have a cousin marriage or cousin relationship restriction like in the United States? You can't have your boyfriend or girlfriend can be your cousin, and you're like, ew. But in our country, it's so normal.
Religious, something religious related to religious also. Religion.
No, even in Egypt, we are Christian. We married. Oh, you mean in the United States or in Egypt?
No, everywhere. There's some
religious issue, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, as for Russia, as it's forbidden to marry any cousin. I don't know what to say about it.
But in Russia, cousins can marry.
If you're in a secular country, I don't think so. If you're in a
Okay. Yeah,
secular,
this was brought up by Alvaro earlier, and it's family having relations with your family members is called incest, and yeah, typically it's a taboo. But I will say this: there is some clause written into the laws, and I don't know exactly, so I'll have to look it up, or you can look it up yourself. There's something about if they're your first cousin, it's illegal, I guess, to marry them. But maybe if they're your second or third cousin, they're kind of more removed from you on the bloodline. At some point, it's okay. And also, I will say this: the United States has a very large mix of people from all over the world, different religions, different ethnicities, different countries, different cultures, and so in some cultures, it's acceptable, in fact, normal sometimes, to, I don't know, engage in different behaviors. One of those being Roman gypsies. And there was actually a television show about this. I think it came out last year, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago, a reality television show. And it's called The Television Show. I'll type it out, my big fat gypsy wedding. Something about my gypsy wedding. And I think there were a couple different couples that married their cousins, and this was normal in their culture. And so because it was part of their culture, although they were living in the United States, I don't know, it was accepted as part of their culture. So I mean, you could find that definitely.
I study law, and here I studied that some Christians prevent relationship with our marriage with your relatives from the fifth or the fourth. You know, I can't describe that.
Go ahead.
I don't think we have any order in our religion prevent because in the Old Testament, the Torah, the Old Testament in the Bible, the brothers and sisters, I think they marry each other.
Yeah,
like in Adam and Eve
I know
ages.
that. But some the Catholics, for instance, maybe that's different for them. You know, you can't marry your cousin.
Yes, of course. There is a difference between Catholic and Orthodox.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I meant.
Marriage and about there is completely nearly different from each other. About Orthodox and Catholic.
Like in marriage, you are married in Catholic.
It's like a marriage. Orthodox can't marry Muslim or can't marry anyone, but Catholic can marry like that. There is a restriction on marriage and so on. Orthodox are more constrained, have constraint on who follow this religious type, this subtype of religion.
So Mina just asked a question. I think he wants you to clarify. Ahmed, are you saying that Catholics can marry Muslims?
I think so, yes.
Anybody Catholic here?
They want to.
I don't think that's
Any
right.
Catholic here? Yes, of course, we can. But I have friends. I have a friend that he told me about Orthodox. I know much more about Orthodox than Catholic.
Yeah, Orthodox, I think they can't marry Muslims.
They can't marry Muslim. Orthodox can't marry Muslim because one of my friends is girl and she was Orthodox.
Yeah.
All right. This is so great. David, do you have your microphone now? Can you Can you speak? Can we hear you?
Yeah,
Cool. Where are you from?
Spain.
Okay, welcome. So we have another Spaniard here. Nice to see you again, by the way. Thank you for joining us. Do you have any cultural taboos that you want to share with us from Spain? Is there anything that's taboo? Or do you have any questions for any of the other people in the class?
Well, for me, I don't have taboo in this moment. Sincerely.
In David land, there are no taboos. We say, there's a saying, anything goes. We can say this in English, anything goes, means everything's okay, there are no rules, anything goes.
Anything goes.
Really? Wearing white socks? Not okay? Is this a taboo or is this just your personal style?
It's something that just Spaniards do. Spaniards never wear white socks unless you are doing sports. So if you do that, yeah, that's true. So,
oh no, my poor fellow Americans! What do you guys think about them wearing their white socks all the time, walking around the city?
I don't want to say it now because we are in public.
Smiling like idiots. Oh no. You Russians and Spaniards think about us smiling Americans in our white socks walking around. So awful. Yellow socks. Somebody asked what about, is there something related to yellow socks?
Well, I think clear. So colors which are clear, it makes it hurts your view. Yeah, that's the point. You have to wear dark socks. I don't know why, but that's the point. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, you look at that and it's like, I don't know. It's just strange. It doesn't look. It's not. How would I say? It's not elegant.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how elegant white socks are by anyone's definition of the word elegant. So that's actually a really good way of putting it. Mina made a point. Men can wear pink and yellow if they want. What are you referring to, Mina? Are you saying in some places men can't wear pink?
I mean, in Egypt, I can wear a pink shirt.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
I shouldn't, but I
amongst our friends, amongst our friends, it's considered something like gayish, you know.
Yeah, in United States, you can't wear, I think, a pink shirt or yellow. This mean you're gay.
Where?
Yeah,
in United States, or maybe in Britain. Not. I have this British girl told me that, I think.
Well, I don't know about the color of the shirts that you wear, if it has anything to do with your sexual orientation. And yeah, typically pink is not a color typically for men, but I think more and more nowadays it's becoming fashionable. The world is getting smaller, you know, people are traveling more or at least being exposed to other cultures. And I don't know, a lot of my friends growing up in California wear pink tank tops and neon colors, and I don't know, just you see that. I don't know if you would say that someone is gay or straight based on the clothes, on the color of the clothes they wear. I don't know.
That's what she told me. I was.
You know, a lot
she
of
told
this
me
can
that.
just be, yeah, a lot of this could just be people's personal opinions.
Yes.
So let's just remember that.
Maybe
All
she's a
right?
teenager. Maybe that's her opinion.
I'm sure that's her opinion. What else? Okay, we have about 4 minutes left. Any other questions or comments for any other people in the class? No, I've been teaching all afternoon. Ahmed is referring to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we were talking about different dishes earlier, and I got some recipes from different students. One really good salad recipe that I said I was going to prepare, and no, I haven't had time to do it. Okay. David, I just have a question. Can you think of one thing that would just not be cool, that would just not be okay if someone did around you?
Let me think.
What if someone just came up and punched you in the face?
Because the camera is better.
Would that be okay with you?
Well, the problem is that the camera is in the computer, so I can't control the camera.
No, if someone came up and punched you in the face, you said everything is okay.
No.
No,
because
would not be okay?
I will be angry, and then I won't. How do you say? No me responsabilizo. How do you say that?
What was that?
No me responsabilizo de las consecuencias in Spanish.
I don't want to be responsible.
Right. You don't for what you would do to this other person?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are amazing. This was really fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. Thank you so much for your participation. And again, just thank you so much for being respectful of everyone else in a space like Verbling. It's not, none of us are in each other's countries. We're all here equally. And so I just really appreciate everyone being respectful of everyone else. This was so wonderful. What I would really hope that you guys do is there's a link at the bottom of the verbling.com video for student feedback. I would love to know what you guys like about these lessons, what you guys don't like, what you guys would like to see. I would love to hear back from you guys since we don't have time to do this in the class. And then if you like, you can follow me or any of the other teachers on verbling.com or on our Facebook pages. And if you do this, you can get updates about future classes and, you know, whatever fun things. It's also another really great way to communicate. So again, thanks for teaching me so many things, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Kendy.
Have a good one. See you guys.
Gracias.
See you soon.
Bye.
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 Yes, smile more.
Hello from a boyfriend.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.